What is going on, guys? Happy New Year, and in this video we'll be talking about a day in the life with iPhone 15 Pro Max. Yep, with Pitaka case. Lots of people talking about overheating issues, and I do not have any overheating issues unless it have to charge like within like first 10 minutes to like, I don't know, like 60% or like 50%. It gets a little bit warm on the side, but any other day, like whenever I'm charging this phone and I have this charger that is MagSafe from Apple, and it doesn't have any issue with that. And I'm using the 20 watts adapter from Apple too, and I don't have any issues. I played some games on it. I think it's called this new game called Dead Cell right there. It doesn't overheat even playing that game. Like I got once overheated, like I said, when it was fast charged, but it did it only when I bought the phone because I was messing around with it, playing with it, even on the charger, setting up everything. But now the only time it gets a little bit warm, not overheating, warm, it's when I'm recording a log footage. Otherwise, no problems with overheating on this phone. I got the titanium color, and the reason is that this doesn't have anything on top, like any additional colors on top. I'm talking about like black or the silver. I really wanted black one because it looks sick, but the thing is, I noticed it all over internet before I ordered this phone that it had lots of scratches on it and leaves the fingerprints. On this one you barely can see anything. Look at this. And I love how this is the original titanium color right here on the sides. So yeah, if you guys prefer to buy a iPhone 15 Pro Max, choose a titanium color. The only cases that I love for the iPhone, just in general, is the Apple silicone cases or Pitaka. Here is the company, and they are the best. This is the carbon fiber cases. I love them. I use it on all my phones. I use it on 12 Pro Max, I use it on 13 mini, I use it on 11 Pro Max. I use for all my iPhones is only Pitaka cases. They're the best. First thing is the look. They look like cool style and they look like luxury. And then the other thing is that they're so slim. Look how slim they are. Look at this. No other case is gonna be that slim. Even the Apple one, they're equal with camera. Do you see in here? So they're this high, and this one's so thin. So yeah, so the cases, the best one is Pitaka or Apple. So with this phone, I take always raw photos. Like 95% of my time I take raw photos with my iPhone because we have that option right now. And then I can go to Lightroom and edit it, or sometimes I even edit it inside of the actual Photos app. But it depends what you want to do. But like I said, when you take those raw photos at like 48 megapixels, I mean, how crispy the photos are, and you can lower the sharpness and make it seems like an actual camera. Like here is some examples of photos that I took of just using this iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it doesn't have to be any cool 5x zoom. It's just in general the quality became better, the night mode became better, and what I love about that, the portraits, they just became even better because now you don't have to be even in the portrait. You can take photos in the actual photo, and if you have the letter F on the bottom shows up, it means that in the edit, in the photo app, you can edit that photo and add that portrait or blurry background, get the bokeh behind it. But yes, so if you ever decide to grab this iPhone and take those photos, do it only in the raw max capacity. I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret that. Okay guys, quick second. First of all, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'm using most of my videos right now in DaVinci Resolve, and I'm using Dehancer plugin. So if you use this code Anatoly 10, and I'll leave the same code in my description. On the answer, you're gonna get 10% off from the answer. So yes, guys, I mean, you should do that, and don't forget to follow. Okay, let's continue. Had to change my shirt because I spilled some coffee on it. I'm lucky I had some extra shirt in the office. Anyways, let's talk about the lens that is called 5 times zoom lens. This is one of the coolest thing that new iPhone had to put in the new iPhones, because 5 times, that's 120 mil lens. 120 mils, you can do an awesome portraits. Whenever you do that nice portrait, you're gonna have that beautiful compression, meaning that the subject gonna be here and the mountains on the back or the building on the back gonna be way too close. Like on a 24 mil, you cannot do that. And this is the coolest thing that you can do on a phone. And it's kind of bright lens, but the bokeh on the background, when you do in a portrait mode, not even photo, in a portrait mode, blurs out everything. I understand that this is like all the software, it's not the actual hardware, but the thing is, software with this 5 times zoom, it just looks cool, and it does look like more like a camera instead of just a phone. And with those 48 megapixels, that's just like the best lens in the phone. I mean, I like to shoot wide open, I like to do sometimes 13 millimeters and 24, but the main one I like to do is like always to zoom in 5 times at 120 mils, and it's perfect. Like, you just have to try it. And video with that lens even better, because it looks like in the movies when you do a panning or something. By the way, let's talk about the video now. Let's talk about log. What is log? Log is just a flat color that you're recording videos with. Like, for example, I'm doing it right now with my Canon R3, and then you do color correction and everything later in post. But why people record in log? So you can get more information from the camera sensor, and then your shadows won't be too black, your highlights won't be too over highlighted or like overexposed. It'll be all in that perfect range. So then when you go to the post, like to edit the video, and like I'm using DaVinci Resolve, you can perfectly adjust your shadows, perfectly adjust your highlights and mids, you know. That's why people record in log, and to have that feature in a phone is insane. Yes, like for example, right now, so when you click on the camera and you just open it, you can record as much as you want, but then when you click on log, you get 29 minutes, and that's all. Like, you can't do more than that. But luckily we have a type C, and so when you hook up type C, it's gonna show you that whatever the terabyte or 2 terabytes you connected is gonna show the time that capable of recording for that type C. But like I said earlier, it does overheat a little bit right here in this area, and that's okay, because that's a log. I mean, my camera sometimes gets hot, and that's a big bulky camera professionally, and this is not. This is just a phone that you keep it in your pocket. So for a phone to record that good of quality at night and at day with log, I mean, I don't know, no other phone can do this. It's not even close to anyone. They know what they're doing. Apple is really good with this stuff. So yeah, just have to make some b-rolls, or like if you can fit your camera in like a small tiny room, just use your phone. And I like that video where Apple did 30 minutes conference, and that 30 minutes was recorded all on the iPhone. I understand they have like professional lighting and everything, but it still was recorded with this. I mean, we should give credits to that. Let's talk about this action button that now these new iPhones has, and lots of people still using it on holding the button, and it's gonna do your sound on and off. But what I do on this action button is when you hold it, it's gonna give me all the shortcuts that I have it in here set up, and that's what I do myself. It says ask ChatGPT. I'm getting pulled over. When I'm getting pulled over, it's gonna start recording video, and it's gonna send a message to my brothers, airdrop photos download files, home ETA. For example, if I need to run home, I send it to my wife and my brothers, like I'll be home at this time, and Shazam shortcut to find the music. That's it. Long press, it shows up. Swipe up, it's gone. I mean, the best thing that they can do. Yeah, lots of people, like I said, still using it for the on and off audio, but I'm not one of them, and I decided to use shortcuts. Another thing is the Type-C. And like I said earlier, you can do lots of things with it. You can connect your hard drive, and you can connect any microphones, like for example my Rode mic or my wireless mics. I even can connect my Bluetooth speaker, not just by Bluetooth, by a cable, and that's really nice. Then I have this thing. It's a 360 flow, and we'll be talking about it in the next video. This is a Type-C gimbal that has a light. I can even take out that light and connect it straight here, since this is Type-C. And the cool part, I can connect it together, and I'm gonna be charging my iPhone. You can connect power banks or anything that uses Type-C. I mean, now in this world, everything is a Type-C. So this is the best thing. That, like, I love it. Like, I can grab my Type-C cable that I'm charging my MacBook and connect it to my MacBook, and connect the other end in my iPhone, and I'll be charging my iPhone. That's like the thing that all iPhone users were waiting for, is the Type-C port. What can I say in the conclusion, guys? This phone is really good for influencers, YouTubers, if you don't want to use your camera, and good for reels. Like for example, on my Instagram, Anatoly M5, I'm using it, all the videos from my iPhone. I'm not even using log. Some videos is there with the log, you probably can see the difference, but you should grab it from your friends or anybody else that has it, and just use it yourself so you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.